What's going on, everybody? It is your man, the Big Dog, and welcome to episode 108 of the Dog House. Excuse me. Yeah, we are at 108 episodes. We're almost at 110. We are making a lot of progress, man. We are making a lot of progress. Give yourselves another round of applause for supporting this great channel. I do greatly appreciate it. Anyway, let's get on to today's topics. Today's topics are twofold. First things first, let's address the biggest topic tonight, in my opinion, is Susan Wachowski. For those of you who don't know who that is, she is YouTube's CEO. And I have a tweet from her pretty much telling us all what's going on. This was, when was this tweet? This was yesterday. Yesterday the story broke. So, today, after nearly 25 years at Google, I'm stepping back to start a new chapter. Okay. I'm inspired every day by creators around the world who bring people together on YouTube. It's been an honor to have a front row seat to the incredible journey. And you got basically a lot of people just sucking her ass. I hate to say that. What the fuck? And there's Ricky Berwick. Let's see what Ricky Berwick has to say.
Good luck on your future, baby girl.
Oh.
Good.
Oh my god. Damn it, Ricky. I'm so sorry you had to see that, guys. I apologize. Nobody needed to see that. But, enough about me. Enough about this. So, yeah, Susan Wachowski is, well, Wachowski, however the hell you say her name. She's stepping down as CEO of YouTube. And I believe she's taking an advisory role, and they do have a replacement lined up. Let's watch a video by Review Tech USA. Let's see what he says.
So Susan Wojcicki, YouTube CEO, she's been the CEO for almost a decade,
There we
9
go.
years, is stepping down. I don't know how to feel about it. I'm mixed. Let's get into it. Skip it up and that up. So YouTube CEO Susan Wojcicki, who's essentially been CEO of the company for as long as I've been doing this full time, which is depressing because it makes me feel old.
Isn't he like in his 40s? So, nah, never. Let me not say that.
Is stepping
That's not
down.
nice.
She
not
announced
nice.
yesterday in a blog post, and this is what she had to say about it. Today, after nearly 25 years here, I've decided to step back from my role as the head of YouTube and start a new chapter focused on my family, health, and personal projects I'm passionate about. Now, she's being replaced by Neil Mohan. We'll get more into him in a second. But she's also going to have an advisory role there still, so she's not going to be completely out of the loop, and she discusses that here. This will allow me to call on my different experiences over the years to offer counsel and guidance across Google and the portfolio of Alphabet companies. It's an incredibly important time for Google. It reminds me of the early days. Incredible product and technology innovation, huge opportunities, and a healthy disregard for the impossible. Now, just to show you how long Susan Wojcicki's been with Google as a whole, she hasn't
Does anybody know how to properly pronounce her name? Because I don't.
just been the YouTube CEO. Back in the late 90s, Larry Page and Sergey Brin, who were the founders of Google, she rented her garage out to them so they could begin Google there.
That's actually true.
I thought that was nuts. I didn't know that. So it's not like
I
she's
heard
just a
that.
fly-by-night CEO that just, she took the job because, she's worth almost $800 million. Trust me, she did well.
Oh, GG.
That is a lot of money.
But she's been a part of Google for a while, and I bet you a lot of people, I didn't know that. I had no idea about any of that she was there from the beginning until I started doing research for this video. Now, Neil Mohan is going to be taking her place. He's been the chief product officer of YouTube for over 7 years. And he has a long list of credentials that here I'm looking at LinkedIn right now. I'll show them to you. Like I said, he was the chief product officer of YouTube. He was the board of directors for Stitch Fix. He was the board of directors for 23andMe. He was
I've heard of that company.
a member of the Council of Foreign Relations. He was the member of the management board on the Stanford University Graduate School of Business.
Interesting.
He was on the board of directors for IAB. He was the senior vice president display and video ads for Google from 2008 to 2015, and the list goes on and on and on. The guy has credentials. Is he good? Is he a good fit for
That was horribly timed.
YouTube?
I
don't know. I have no idea. YouTube must have thought so though, because he was going to go over to Twitter, and Google was like, no, we'll pay you $100 million to stay here. Please, for the love of God, stay here. I'm not kidding. You could. The link is, well, no, it's not in the description. I don't trust putting links there anymore. You can look it up though. There's
There's a reason he doesn't do that anymore. It's because YouTube got him for that, I think.
Bruh.
Which is annoying.
articles talking
That
about
sounds
how
annoying.
Google was like, no, you don't go to Twitter. You stay here. We will give you an insane amount of money. So, getting back to Susan Wojcicki for a minute. I've always been nuanced, fair, and balanced with my take on her. Have I criticized her throughout the years? Yes. Have I praised her throughout the years? Yes. I think a lot of people don't understand this key thing. I see a lot of people, yay, Susan's stepping down. Why are you happy? We are in
Me, I couldn't give a fuck less.
uncharted territories with these platforms, whether it be YouTube or Twitch or TikTok. It's
That's
not
pretty
like
true.
there was a blueprint set up for these platforms before, because there was nothing like YouTube before YouTube existed. There was nothing like it. So everyone could say, oh, she should have done this and she should have done that and she shouldn't have caved to advertisers. You think advertisers are only skittish on YouTube? Nope.
He's right about that, actually. When
You
think
really
about it.
do? Did you really think with the whole PewDiePie nonsense that happened, that you don't think there would have been something that eventually would have caused an apocalypse? Advertisers jump and run if they don't like the way a fart smells.
True.
So my point being is, for everyone who says that, oh, she could have done this, she could have done that, she could have done this, she could have done that, how do you know? Was there another company before this that had the blueprint to how an industry like this should run? No. Now, am I saying that she hasn't made mistakes? Of course not. Of course I'm not saying that. But for everyone cheering, what would you have done? What would you have done? You don't know. And here's the thing too. Neil Mohan, we don't know what he'll do in a leadership role. Obviously, Google has a lot of faith in him. They gave the guy $100 million to stay. But there's been plenty of times we've seen new leadership in a company will throw money at them because they think that they're the golden child that will keep their platform afloat. Yep. And they end
That's
up
true.
screwing it up. I'm not saying Neil is going to do that, okay? He seems to have a long history of, being successful. But this is new territory for him. We don't know what his leadership will be. And hey, maybe he can make YouTube better. But maybe he could also make it worse. So before you start cheering, know that we've never had an industry or platform like YouTube before. So no one really knows what to do next. And the new leadership, it may not be a good thing, or it could be. Sometimes the grass isn't always greener on the other side.
That is true.
This may not be a popular video, but I have to tell you how it is. So if you're celebrating Susan leaving, think twice. It could be a good thing, or it could be a really, really bad thing. This is Rich of Review Tech USA signing out.
Have a good
Have
one.
a good one.
All right. So I know what you guys are probably thinking. Well, Big Dog, what do you think about all this? And I kind of spoiled it while the video was playing. I couldn't care less. I couldn't care less. And like Rich said, things could get better, they could get worse. I don't know. Only time will tell. Only time will tell. All right. On to the next topic. Your man Darman is in some deep water and some hot water based off of allegations that he is not paying his employees. So, That's right, people. Your homie Darman is allegedly not paying his employees. Now, for those of you who are probably wondering, who the hell is Darman, big dog? Well, Darman, he's one of those YouTubers that likes to make content about, what do you call it? Here, I'll play an example for you guys quickly. I'm not gonna play the whole video because we're not gonna have time for that.
So, as you can see from my resume, I've been doing
So basically, this is an example of a title of a video that he would make, like bodyguard seduces his rich wife. He instantly regrets it. Matter of fact, let me go to his channel and show you. Quiet. Yep. Problem kid tries to get teacher fired. What happens next is shocking. Wife demands divorce on Valentine's. Shocking. Man hides second child from wife. What happens next is shocking. You guys kind of get the point. He makes a lot of these quote-unquote clickbaity videos to pretty much teach a lesson that, let's be realistic, you probably learned when you were in grade school. But, yeah. Now, apparently, there are allegations going out that he is not paying his employees. Now, let's hear Charlie from Moist Critical, or Moist Critical. Let's hear what he has to say about this.
Man, do I have some wacky news for you today.
My man has really long hair. He kind of looks like Keanu Reeves' cousin.
Going to absolutely floor you with shock. It involves our beloved Darman. I'm sure
Say it ain't so.
all of you know Darman. He has his own little extended universe, the DMCU, the Darman Cinematic Universe.
That's actually clever.
Even if you've never subjected yourself to the torture of watching a Darman video, I'm confident you've
I don't recommend it. I don't recommend it.
Nope.
His videos are fucking boring and generic.
at least heard of them or seen them, because he
I'll say his videos are more generic than fucking Ice Spice's rapping. That's gonna get me in trouble. I don't care.
pioneered an entire genre of telling the most basic stories and teaching the most basic lessons you learned as an 8-year-old. It was my guilty pleasure to watch them because I was so confused by their existence and their popularity. These things have like 50 million views sometimes. And it's literally things like, be nice, don't be mean, don't cheat.
Is that really true? God damn. He's not entirely wrong. Like, these shits get a crap ton of views. Like, I wish I got views like this, man. What the fuck?
Bruh.
Anyway, back to this.
Don't judge a book by its cover. Like, it feels like he's making these things as like this repository of human emotion to teach to aliens that are trying to study us. It's crazy, and what's crazier is how popular they were. And the titles, they legitimately were a massive smashing success that other channels have emulated. Things like Tall Girl Dumps Short Guy and Lives to Regret It, Man Cheats on Wife, Lives to Regret It, Employee Spits in Boss's Burrito, Lives to Regret It,
Bruh.
or
Why would you do that? That is gross.
Kid tries to cheat on math test. What happens next is shocking. Woman works 3 jobs to put food on the table for her kids. What happens next is shocking. That kind of thing. Darman started that. And he's also the one who always says that they're not just telling stories, they're changing lives. But this
Stop the cap.
Oh, you're changing lies, alright.
week, a lot of allegations came out against Darman, and it seems like they're not just telling stories, they're changing the lives of their actors in a much worse way. According to a lot of beloved actors that I know and love, such as Steve, our boy Steve, I've made a lot of content around Darman, and Steve's been one of my favorites. He has corroborated a lot of these claims that they just don't get paid, like, at all. He says that the majority of the actors can't even afford rent when they're contracted by Darman Studios. So it's a pretty big deal.
Essentially, As an actor at Darman Studios, I am just a contract player. I have
Okay.
no employment there. I am just sort of called every now and then, as are all the other actors. And it just...
Bro, if this is true, that is extremely unethical. Like, why would you hire people without paying them? Like how could you be so stupid? You know that could come back to bite you in the ass, and you still do it. Like, you dumbass motherfucker. You gotta be a special kind of stupid for that.
just is not sustainable. One of the main issues is that not a single actor that works at Darman Studios can afford rent.
Hearing
That is crazy.
shit like that absolutely blows my mind because every single actor in the Darman cinematic universe has like 1,000 roles. Like Steve, his name's not Steve, but he'll always be Steve to me, damn it. His real name is Colin. Colin accounts for
His name's not really Stevie. He's Steve to be Debit.
probably like 40% of total screen time in Darman's videos, and he's not getting paid enough to afford rent?
That's
That's
crazy.
outrageous. And I went into the comments because I wanted to see what people were saying about all of this. And usually when you go into the comments, you expect to see some absolutely wild shit. Like, Darman's a bad guy. He showed me his butthole in one of my dreams once. Or you'll find jokes like one of the top comments was, the PS5s changed Darman, which made me giggle. It's talking about Darman's obsession with giving away PS5s in the videos. But then one comment made an extremely good point that's pretty alarming to think about. A lot of the actors in Darman's videos are children. And if he's this comfortable exploiting industry veterans like Colin, Colin has been in Better Call Saul, had minor roles in other huge productions.
Damn. Man's got a resume.
He has been in the industry for a long time outside of the Darman Studios universe. If Darman's exploiting people like Colin and other adult actors with horrible pay, is he even paying the children at all? I have to wonder. Like, I can only imagine how messy that could potentially be.
That's a great question.
Like, does he just like write clout into their contracts? Like, hey, Junior, I'm making my 48th video on not judging a book by its cover. I need you to play the principal role. I'll give you 1,000 exposure dollars. My YouTube channel has 17.8 million subs. This is going to be great for your Instagram and your TikTok, so just sign here. No, you're not getting pay. I mean, I can give you like some sticks of gum, but that's about it. It's very concerning because if all of these allegations are true, and every single actor I've seen in the Darman cinematic universe has come out corroborating each other, and they are out there protesting right now outside of Darman Studios, if all of those are true, it's very worrying to think about if he's also doing the same to the children actors in his content.
I mean, if he's doing this to the adults, you gotta imagine he's doing it to the kids, which is a... Oh, boy. We'll have to use this for now. That's really bad. Like, that's the type of shit that gets you in
Because those kids are not
trouble.
industry veterans, and their parents likely aren't familiar with the industry either. They might not know what fair pay is, or if there even is pay for the work. Like, there's just so much messiness to all of that.
I mean, a quick Google search could give you a good estimate.
That could potentially be going on if all of the allegations are true. One of his big lessons is what happens in the dark always comes to the light. God damn is Darman learning that one.
Oh, JJ.
Bro, talk about irony.
Right now,
Talk
I saw
about
that comment
irony.
across every TikTok ever referring to this situation. Like, Darman is getting dunked on with his own lessons. He even made a video kind of about this same thing, such as mean boss mistreating employees and lives to regret it.
Again.
Darman is in that stage right now because all of his employees, well, I guess they're not technically employees, they're contractors. All of them are coming out to talk about how miserable it was when it comes to the pay, and Darman's complete refusal to even talk to them. He
Jesus.
just dodges them at every possible opportunity, and apparently has even cultivated this culture where if you speak out against him, you get fired. So I'd like to go over all of these allegations with you and show you some of their TikToks and the protests that they're currently doing against Darman Studios.
Hey! Hey IRS, call 23 213 212 4550. God damn. I don't recognize a single person in this lineup.
There's a ton of footage of their protest, and I recognize every single person in it. I also love the shirts some of them are wearing that says, "What happens next is shocking." That's just beautiful. So, even though Darman appears to want to teach lessons of positivity to everyone else, it's rules for thee and not for me. According to pretty much every actor, they're all saying the same thing about his refusal to communicate, as well as his refusal to actually pay them like an actual good wage for their work. Which is odd because he makes so much money off of.
Of course he does. I mean, look at the views he has. He's got like 17.8 million subs. That's a lot. Yeah, he must be making bank. You know what? Let's go to his social blade. Social. There he is, social blade. Let's go to his for fuck's sake. I hate these things so much. I hate them. Ugh. Oh well. God damn it. These things are so annoying. There we go. Sheesh. Alright, let's look him up. Darman. There you are. Darman. Oh shit. Damn, look at that drop. His views have stagnated. God damn.
Bruh.
God damn. But alright. Let's go back to the video.
Content. It's tens of millions. Because when Darman makes a video, not only does it blow up on YouTube, getting at least 10 million views pretty much, but it's kind of like Ouroboros constantly eating its own ass here, because he'll take that same video that he made for YouTube and repackage it on every other platform, Facebook, TikTok, everywhere, to farm even more views for this crazy cycle of just getting maximum absorbency of views from everywhere. That's a ton of money. But even aside from the money he's generating on the content itself, he was already an extremely successful and extremely wealthy businessman. He had a very successful cosmetics line, and I think even before Darman Studios blew up for him, he was worth right around $50 million. This is a guy that could easily afford to pay his actors well.
Exactly.
And I would have expected him to do that. Because I always got the impression that he was just like a genuinely good guy who just wanted to tell basic positive messages. But according to all the actors, he's a wolf in sheep's clothing, which is extremely sad, and I feel terrible for all the actors in this situation.
Yeah.
Because it really did play out like a Darman video. Aspiring up-and-coming actors thought they had landed a great gig with a great guy. What happens next will shock you.
We are protesting while we are out there right now. We've been talking to a lot of actors. It's the same, everybody feels the same across the board. The trouble is, there's a culture at the studio of if you talk, you're out.
It seems the
That's
moral
sad.
mastermind Darman is ruling his company with an iron fist of fear. Where if people speak out against him, I guess they're fired, at least according to the actors. I'm only showing you Colin's statement here, but there are so many others. You can find all of it by just looking up the Darman protests. All of the main actors that you're used to seeing in Darman's videos have come out against him. And they're not being greedy, by the way. Like, all of them are just saying, we just want, like, moderately decent pay for the work. Like, all of them are proud of the work they've done with Darman. Colin concludes the video by talking about how much all of it has meant to him. But if they can't afford rent, there's a huge problem. They're not looking to be paid fucking 6 figures per production or anything. They're just looking for fair pay for the work that they've done and are continuing to do for you. And the least you can do is at least hear them out, go to a meeting. But Colin and all of the other actors talk about how Darman continuously avoids talking to them. He refuses to actually sit down and have a conversation. I'll let Colin explain that situation.
So we decided to come together as a group and talk collectively with our boss, Darman. We sent a letter to him, a hard copy and an email. The email was CC'd to the head of production as well, so that we made sure that Dar got it, but it was addressed to Dar. It was delivered to Dar. We were contacted said we could have a meeting to discuss our issues. That meeting was pushed several times, changed on us. When we finally got to the meeting, we had reiterated that we wanted it to be with Dar. Dar was not there. Following couple days, reiterating again, we would like to speak specifically with Dar. This is what the meeting is about. This is our boss. This is who we want to talk to. End of the week comes and goes. We learned Saturday there will not be a meeting.
Apparently, Darman couldn't even be bothered to attend the meeting after pushing it several times and eventually just shutting that shit down entirely and putting the kibosh on it.
Jeez.
He has so little respect for his talent that he refuses to even acknowledge them or hear them out or face them in person. He just hides behind emails and horrible pay, I suppose.
Jesus.
At least according to all of the actors. This is pretty much all of them. I have yet to see any, like, defense of Darman, so we only have one side of the story. I'm very interested to hear his side of it, because this is an overwhelming amount coming out against him. And I really feel like what they're looking for is super reasonable. Talk to us. Like, that's the only reason the protest is happening right now. Like, the pay is obviously a huge problem, but the biggest issue is that he won't even talk to them to at least hear them out about the pay. So they don't even have that first step of getting the pay fixed, which is communication with the fucking guy who's decided their pay. So they just want to talk to him, but he won't let them. Which is why they're standing outside of the Darman studios, ringing cowbells, blowing whistles, and letting everyone know how awful it's been. Like, it is just wild to me that Darman, the absolute moral authority, the mega mind of morals, is this much of an asshole, apparently.
Neither can I, man. Like, seriously. And I know some of you guys are probably thinking, well, Big Dog, come on.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
And I understand. This doesn't directly affect you guys, and I understand if you realistically don't give a damn. But to me, this is part of a problem. And that problem is when someone who has more is not willing to do the basics. And pays fucking employees, man. Like, I'm sorry. Like, that is the epitome of unethical, bro. Like, how do you hire people and not give them a fair pay? Like, these people can't even afford their rents. Like, that's just low for me. Like, you gotta be a special kind of evil for that. And you know what? Darman, this is gonna sound harsh, but I hope you get what's coming to you. If this is true. I don't know whether or not this is true. These are allegations right now. I know a lot of people have corroborated these allegations, but I am not gonna sit here and say something is true without knowing the full story. And I do want to hear Darman's side of the story. If there is a side of the story with him. But realistically, if this is true, Darman, you gotta make it right, bro. You gotta make it right. And if you don't, well, then maybe you don't deserve what you have. But what do I know? I'm just a guy with a microphone. That'll be it for tonight, everybody. Thank you for watching. If you are on Twitch, please stay tuned for the after show. And if you're on YouTube, thanks for watching. If you liked the video, please like, share, and subscribe. If you didn't like the video, I understand. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Peace out.